Quidditch is definitely a physical sport, and whoever says it's not is sadly mistaken.
People get hurt out there. People get hurt early and often.
Spectators, I've been asked to warn you that Quidditch is a contact sport. If you are sitting in the front row, please beware. You may be bludgeoned, you may be beaten, you may be sought after, you may be chased. All in the name of good, plain Quidditch fun.
Stay with it, Jeremy. Stay with it, babe.
First off, I was a huge Harry Potter fan, and seeing that, kids were playing a sport from books and movies that I love drew me to the sport of Quidditch, as well as being able to play a sport without being so serious. It was something that was fun.
Running with a broom between your legs is unparalleled in any sport. I don't think there's a sport, unless you want to count jockeys, but they're not really running. So you know what I mean? It's like there's really no sport that involves something obstructing your running, your natural running motion. So that was kind of interesting, and just the whole concept of the game and 3 goals. There's no sport that I can think of that has 3 separate goals, and the added pressure of canching the snitch is so many things going on at once. It really drew me. I'm a complex guy, so I like things that are difficult.
I don't even know where to start. I mean, Quidditch is just such an awesome sport due to the fact that, it incorporates so much. You have the rugby aspect where, you're hitting people with no pads. The basketball thing, put a ball through a hoop. The baseball, football thing, you're throwing a ball. The track, you gotta be fast. You gotta have stamina, so on and so forth. It just incorporates so much, and that's why I think I loved it, because, you have to be an athlete in order to play, and it was just, it's awesome.
Are they saying we are Chestnut? Probably saying hey as well.
To simplify the game of Quidditch, basically, there's 7 players on the field per team. You got a keeper, 3 chasers, 2 beaters, and a seeker.
The keeper, his main objective is to just block all goals, keep all scoring to a bare minimum, and make sure that no points are allowed.
Chasers have to throw the quaffle through the hoops in order to receive 10 points. Seekers got to catch the snitch to receive 30 points and end the game. Beaters throw the bludgers at people, and when you get hit with a bludger, you got to take a lap.
Bludgers, or beaters rather, are the defense of the team. They carry bludgers, which are essentially dodgeballs, and their main objective is to hit anything and anyone who isn't on their team, and thus making them run back and take a lap to their goal. All goals are worth 10 points, and the snitch, once you catch the snitch, that's worth 30, and game is over. So once the snitch is caught, regardless of whether you're up or down, game is over, and your team gets plus 30 points, and then the outcome is however the numbers work out.
So I didn't sleep much the night before. I was up at 4 a.m. because the bus was leaving at 5, and I don't live on campus. So I had to get my stuff together and shower and shoot over to school, and I seemed to be more awake than most people. I don't know why.
I wasn't thinking anything getting onto the bus other than, dear God, it's 5 a.m. and I'm awake right now. I'm not a morning person at all. So I kind of wanted to just pass out. I didn't even register that it was Quidditch time.
I have mixed feelings about Quidditch becoming an NCAA sport. I think that, again, by nature, the one thing that I love about Quidditch is that, you know, the nerds play with the jocks, you know? In college, it allows the people who, you know, may have been hanging by their underwear in high school to hang out with the guys who were hanging them by their underwear in high school. And there's no other sport that allows you to do that. It combines the wizardry of Harry Potter with the physicality of a sport. And I think it transcends two different groups. And I think you may lose that. You will lose that if you make it too official.
You play the game to have fun. That's one of the main reasons why I play Quidditch. I love it because it's so much fun. And you don't have to be totally 110% serious all the time when you play it. And like that's kind of why I stopped playing baseball in college, because it became a job and it took away the fun aspect of the game. And you know, and in order to play Quidditch, you have to have a sense of humor. And yeah, I mean, obviously you run around with a broom and a cape, but I think it would lose that fun aspect if it did become an NCAA sport. So I don't think I would like to see that.
We still love athletics, and we still, you know, a lot of us are just Harry Potter fans, or a lot of us just want to run around with a broom between our legs, and you know, it's cool for us to be able to live out our geeky, you know, fantasies, you know, in college. So I think that if it was turned into an NCAA sport, it would take away some of the magic of Quidditch. It would just become another sport. And I would not like to see that happen. Well, at that time, I and my teammates were very upset. We were angry because we just found out that despite the fact that we had won our first two games, which was supposed to promise us into Sunday's round, they were going by points now.
Theoretically, had we only beaten, you know, Stony Brook by 10, we may not have gone to Sunday. And we were angry about that.
And that was a mistake to piss us off because, I mean, we totally destroyed Stony Brook.
I honestly thought we were going to win the entire thing. Obviously, you know, it didn't work out that way, and I don't like making excuses at all. You know, we didn't win. That's end of story. I don't care what took place, how much rest we had. Long story short, I felt like we could have won the World Cup, and I know we could have won the World Cup, but for whatever reason we didn't. You know, certain circumstances, but I saw no reason why we couldn't win.
I don't want to make excuses, and I don't want to say, you know, but I don't feel like we were on our A game on Sunday at all. We didn't play like we played on Saturday. You know what I mean? We wanted it, and we had the hunger, but there was something missing, and I'm not sure what it was.
I love every single person on this team. Everybody, you know, we were legit a family, and I found myself like, let's go family, you know, like calling my teammates family when we got off the bus and stuff like that. But, you know, I hope everybody comes back next year. Be ready, you know, because we're going hard, and that's it. You know, we got a cup to win, so.
I absolutely plan on playing Quidditch as long as the IQA will let me. Quidditch and I are very good friends now, and I will not be retiring anytime soon, that's for sure. And each, I guess, even though this is my second year, it seems that each time I go to the World Cup, I just want to go right back as soon as it's over.
Looking ahead, I would hope that whoever watches this understands that Quidditch has the opportunity to have the longevity of a major sport, just as long as it stays true to its roots. So if this is going to be shown to future Chestnut Hill College students, or any school that wants to start their own team, I would want them to understand that you don't need to be friends with someone to play on a team with them. Quidditch teaches respect because, as I said before, because of its ability to transcend different groups of people. So you don't need to be friends with someone to ask them to play for your team.
Dad, you got this one. Griffins on 3. 1, 2, 3. Griffins!